the things that people are online trying to sell you in order to get started, like technology, complicated tech, all that stuff, like equipment. Like, you don't need it in order to do this. Just jump right in, okay? Get your students enrolled, or peeps and seats as we like to call it. Create your content and help people get results. Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Let's get it. Hello. Great morning, awesome party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Okay, let's get straight into today's topic. I'll keep it brief and to the point. Let's talk about what is the best hosting platform for your online courses, okay? If you don't know what it is that we do here, we talk all things premium courses, whether it's online or face-to-face, as well as how you can start to package your expertise, your knowledge into the format of luxury coaching and mentorship programs so you can get your message out to the world, okay? Remember, you are teaching from your unique life experiences and the knowledge that you have acquired as a result. If that interests you and intrigues you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like button, bell notification so you know when more episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. All right, so I said I was going to make this brief and to the point. I get this question literally almost every day about which hosting platform is the best platform to host your online courses. There are so many out there and so many new ones that pop up probably every day, at least every week. I get pitches from these companies that want to collaborate and partner, right, for my students to host their courses. Now, let me say this. I'm not going to endorse any particular platform on this episode. If you like a list or some of the top ones that you can go host your courses on, cool, send an email to hello@jumpfirst.org and we'll be happy to send that over. I will tell you personally from, one of my favorite mentors, okay, and my personal use, we have used ClickFunnels for forever, but before you go hosting your course on ClickFunnels, hear me out, okay? It is somewhat of, or historically, it was a little bit complicated for me to get started. If you know some of my story, maybe you don't, I purchased ClickFunnels along with a bunch of other stuff way before I was supposed to in this journey, okay? And when I say that, I've learned so much more. And the way that I teach my clients and students and mentees to create their courses, they're not using any platform because technology can be complicated. It can be burdensome. It can take a long time to learn. It took me over a year to master ClickFunnels. Now to this day, we're pumping out sales funnels and landing pages and all sorts of stuff like quickly, okay? I can get one done in a couple of hours. And so it doesn't take anything. However, I don't want you to start there. I don't want you to use complicated tech. I don't want you to have to pay for things before you have students enrolled. I think personally, I believe your student enrollments should cover the cost of any additional equipment technology that you want to use. And you do not need those things until you start to scale, okay, your courses. Now, it's likely if you're watching this, you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, or you at least have some sort of side hustle, which means you probably have a website. Maybe it's parked, okay, and you haven't been using it. Please know that you do not need to revamp your website. You don't need to figure out your brand colors 11 times, okay, as they say, before you start to roll your courses out. The secret about premium courses that's not so secret, but not a lot of people talk about, is that your premium buyers don't care about where your information is hosted. So pro tip, you don't need a hosting platform in order to serve premium buyers. Now, if you're looking to launch a $97 course, a $27 ebook or something like that, something low ticket, then yeah, probably. But to serve people at a higher level, your premium buyers, they don't care about hosting platforms. They don't care about where the information is hosted. So pro tip, you can just host right on your website, okay? Very simple, very easy. Now, if you want to get around technology in general, I have a lot of my clients and students who just teach their courses live. It's the easiest way for you to launch your course, okay? So pro tip, stop stressing about technology, stop over stressing, okay? Or thinking about this overcomplicated technology. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Just use what it is that you already have. If you want to host on your website, you want to, I even have some students when they first get started, they just use Google Docs, okay, to host some of their content. Very simple, y'all. Now the issue isn't really, I'll put this here too, because if you're asking the question, I don't know what platform to use, or you're feeling like that's the thing that's stalling you out, that's not really your issue. The issue probably is procrastination, which is rooted in fear. Okay, it could be fear of failure, fear of success, fear of judgment, whatever it is. It's rooted in perfectionism. Okay, again, going back to fear, all right, of just putting it out there. You don't need to have all of the things together, all the pieces together. I talk about this so often, especially with all these platforms, social media platforms, rolling out updates. Okay, I just got another update from Instagram. I think there's been another one on YouTube. And so with that being said, like sometimes the rollouts are very glitchy. Okay, and they don't care. They're gonna roll it out anyway to test it so that they can tweak it. I also talked about this in a previous episode, which I'm gonna link somewhere above my head, or in the description below once we hop off, but about how you get started and you just tweak as you go. Like you don't panic about what's not working, or oh my gosh, I gotta have this in line or that first. You just tweak it as you go. So you do not need a hosting platform to start with premium courses. Specifically, your higher level buyers, the people coming into your courses at those high levels, they don't care about which hosting platform you're using. They want access to you. They want to make sure that they have access to what it is they need to get the results that they want. And it's likely if they're paying a higher price point, I know for certain, if they're paying that high price point, they want access to you so they can get the result faster. So stop tripping yourself up about technology. Stop tripping yourself up over equipment. It's not necessary for you to start, okay? Teach your course live, get it out there, and then you just tweak it as you go, and you can start to host specific pieces and portions as you go that will alleviate your the time that you have to spend, right? So this is how you start to alleviate some of the free time, is by building the systems on the back end after you have your course up and running. Like get your students enrolled, okay? That's the piece that you need to do first. If you need some help with that, or you really want to see what this process actually looks like from beginning to end, then you can go get started at jumpfirstacademy.org. Check out the free training over there, as well as free resources and paid resources to help you start to execute and implement, okay? So you're not still sitting on this idea a year from now, 6 months from now. I want to help you jump in and get started. You don't need everything you need, I promise you, okay? Some of the things that you're thinking about that you need, that people are online trying to sell you in order to get started, like technology, complicated tech, all that stuff, like equipment, like you don't need it in order to do this. Just jump right in, okay? Get your students enrolled, or peeps and seats as we like to call it. Create your content and help people get results. Again, jumpfirstacademy.org to get started. I love y'all so much. I hope this inspires you forward and helps you get your courses created. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.